All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are outside Nancy Guthries' house. JLR is still out there, live. Now, what do we know? What do we know about this case? I mean, the whole case seemed fishy from the get-go, right? They got cameras, which them cameras were taken out, and everyone's like, "Well, the cameras were broken." Well, the cameras can be broken on the outside of the house. Maybe somebody did break them, but you would have to be inside, meaning you would have to be a family member to wipe all that data out of the system. You would have to be a security guy, whoever they had running security for them, if they were security cameras or whatever. You would have had to known how to get into that account and wipe all the evidence, right? Because before them cameras got smashed, I'm sure they picked somebody up walking around outside or something, right? Now, depending on if they were motion detection cameras, they would, as soon as something moved, they would focus in on it. Another thing you have to look at is, did these people get to the top of the roof somehow where there was no cameras and broke the cameras from above, meaning drop something on them, a rock, whatever, a boulder. Another thing is the ransom. They're posting this all over social media. They're showing people talking to the kidnappers, which that should all be hush hush. This is all out into the world to see. It's too, it breaks all protocol of hostage situations or ransom situation, which a ransom is like a hostage situation. So that's what we're looking at. A lot of people don't realize what's going on. Well, now we also found out that there was a, a security or a adult protection service card in the window of the lady that police dropped off. Well, that might be. See, there's photos of Miss Nancy out there all bruised up, her arms, her hands, and someone might have called and reported her of not being taken care of. Now, this adult protection service might literally be a division in the Arizona Police Department, uh, where they protect the elders. If someone calls and says this lady ain't being taken care of right, well, they send this branch out there. Uh, so someone might have reported her of maybe being mistreated and not being taken care of right or whatever. So a lot is going on, but we are out there. And let me post JLR's channel in chat. JLR is out there still on site. I think they're being paid to do this. Some kind of a scam or something that it isn't. They're trying. It's a cover up. That even though these people had so much money, I believe, uh, they there's a lot of people asking in chats that I was in. This is an 84-year-old woman walking around by herself, driving a car. Uh, You know, when, it's none of our business, but people out there think she should have been taken care of better. There should have been someone living on site, an in house nurse, hostess, whatever they call it. So it's iffy. It's pretty iffy. But I think that's probably what it is they're making it out to be something other than it is. Using Bitcoin, they're trying to make it seem like Bitcoin is such an equity and it's not. It's where it's junk. It might be worth something to these cryptic people or whatever, but in the real life, uh, they're trying to make Bitcoin the new currency. So if you don't have Bitcoin, your SLL, money, paper, dollars, what else will be useless. And that's what this whole thing is about. And they should be executed for even trying to pull something. All right, let's see what we can hear at JLR. Let's see what's going on.
It's his easement. But they were standing right there. He's just basically, he doesn't want anybody just standing around outside the house there.
You see the police are starting to get real strict, more
street.
strict. Yo, good morning, Miss W.
No, it's crazy out here, man. Like, it's absolutely insanity, the amount of people out here.
Yeah, it is pretty. I agree with you, JLR. It is crazy. Here's my theory of this. It's bull hockey. There's no way that they would be negotiating for the whole world to see this negotiation on social media with kidnappers, hostage takers, and they're letting the whole world see that this would all be hush hush. And that's why we have so much trouble in America is because the way they did things, they don't do no more. So they put this for the whole world to see. Now the kidnapper goes, uh-oh. Now everybody's watching what's happening. They're watching Bitcoin, they're watching everything. What's the kidnapper gonna do? 9 out of 10 times, she's gone. And you're negotiating with an AI account or a ghost that you'll never find. Right? They just keep reusing IP numbers. You'll never track the guy. I think they really made a mistake. Now that we will pay the Bitcoin money and everything, you got no body, you got no proof that she's alive, and you're going to pay 6 million in Bitcoin. That's crazy. Let me see what Debbie's saying. It started on social media. Exactly. Through who? TMZ. They're questioning that now. What else are we seeing? We're seeing the kidnappers. They're not talking to the family personally. They're talking to the news companies who also did that. Zodiac killer. Exactly, Debbie. They have no idea if she just wandered off and someone picked her up. Well, hopefully they did check hospitals around there. You're right about that. But see, they would have already known who did this because it's true. Yes, you could take out the house cameras. But what you can't do is you can't get rid of the data. So someone has the data of exactly what happened. If not, people, the next door neighbor, there's only one way in and out of there, from what they're saying. So the kidnappers are on camera somewhere. And that's what we're not seeing. That is what we are not seeing in this case. Oh, here's a vehicle that we're interested in that's driving out of there and driving in there. But we ain't seeing it in this case, like the Kohlberger case. Debbie Fox says, too many hands in the cookie jar. Yeah. For all we know, this is a bunch of kids or idiots, young men or whatever, trying to scam somebody with Bitcoin. That's going on out here in Indiana too. So it might be something like that. Right? They see an opportunity, they take it. See if they can't get some extra Bitcoin out of it. Yeah, they might not. It might be it might be a scam. Someone within the government, maybe. I mean, police or something, maybe. See if there's anything new on JLRs. Yeah, ransom for Bitcoin is kind of crazy. And that narrows it down to the killers or the kidnappers. They're involved in Bitcoin. This will probably be labeled as the Bitcoin killer or Bitcoin kidnapper. Oh, yeah, it's traceable. This is probably someone high up, high up, that's trying to make a grab for Bitcoin. Yeah, everything is traceable on Bitcoin, Debbie. She's right about that. Boy, Debbie, I was over at JLR's. People are still questioning where the heck is Magnolia? Literally. Well, you're right. The kidnappers could be right there watching the whole thing. They could be a police officer. Could be an FBI. It could be. Can you hear me okay, Debbie?
Crazy. Crazy, right? You take care. Thank you. Spoke to a neighbor. He says that he thinks it's a targeted attack. This is the neighbor that lives in the back. He thinks it's a targeted attack. He's like, he's not too concerned. I said, aren't you concerned about your safety? He goes, nope. It's a targeted attack. So he lives in the back of the cul-de-sac. And then I just saw something crazy in the back of the cul-de-sac. There was a pickup truck that passed by. There was two dudes with poles going in the backyard. And then they were so worried about the drone. They're like, drone up, drone's watching. I don't know who they were, but there was two dudes. I got the footage here. I'll show it to you. I don't know if they're repairmen or what, but they had like the same poles as they had yesterday. Here, I'll get it up. Hold on. I'll show it to you. This is why I kind of stepped away. Here, go right here. I'll show it to you. This was up the road, top of the road, onto the left. There was two dudes in a truck. I don't know if they're just with poles. Look, and then they were so worried about the drones. Probably some sort of contractor that was doing something at the house or something, or brush or something. Swimming pool people, pool cleaners. No, I only say that because they have poles, you know. And yesterday he's searching around poles here, so I don't know what that was about. Probably unrelated, right? It's not law enforcement; these are private people. And then they were like, "Pole drones."
All right, let me see what Debbie's saying. Yes, Johnny. I just gotta ask my dog though. Their crime scene. Yeah, how come we didn't see dogs out there tracking her? Let me guess, they can't track somebody in dry weather. Why didn't we see dogs out there trying to pick up a scent? Don't any of this make sense to you folks? We have some, she might have wandered out into the desert. Well, you got dogs? No, we got drones. Yeah, drones are good. Okay, you're on the right path, but the drones don't pick up scent yet in the public world. The drones do sense chemicals and stuff like that, but that's the high dollar ones that the companies have, gas companies and stuff like that. But who's operating the drone that we've been seeing out there the whole time? They might be watching right from that drone. Who knows? Debbie says it's a three-ring circus. Well, where are the dogs? You're going to track somebody. If you're worried about she just wandered off, you bring in the dogs. You let them get a scent. We didn't see that. We haven't seen none of the stuff they should be doing. We're seeing public communication from the family to the kidnappers, which is ridiculous. That should all be hush hush. What else are we seeing? We're seeing these people use Zodiac techniques. They didn't contact the family first. They contacted the news. Who did that? Zodiac. This is a copycat scenario they're just using to grab some Bitcoin. And I told the government that when this was all good, you're opening the door for bad things. Bitcoin is not the USA currency. Quit trying to make it that. And the people, yeah, but you're now people are going to be kidnapping for Bitcoin, and it's useless. It might be in the computer system worth millions or whatever, uh, but in the banks don't consider it currency. You can't walk into a store out here and I'm going to pay with my Bitcoin. It's a small town. It's greenbacks is what gets you anything around here. Now, why ain't there dogs out there walking around, Debbie, sniffing away? I don't know. I don't know. They're doing everything they shouldn't be doing. communicating with somebody that you think has your mother, but you have no way to contact them. They're talking to only they're communicating with only the news companies. All this stuff, all this negotiation should have been private, not broadcasted all over social media or any news. Why? Because we don't pay ransoms. That's Trump's number one thing. That's what we're not paying no money for remember all the hostages? We ain't paying no money. We don't pay money for hostages. So the whole thing is crazy. And then we find out yesterday that some of Trump's family somehow names being brought up into Bitcoin or something like that. One of the main stockholders or whatever. Who knows? But it's just crazy. Debbie, you're probably right about that. Too much stuff going on there. Yeah, they just made it so obvious. The kidnappers are probably sitting back on, holy crap, forget it. Lead them on a trace, Why? Because they drew so much attention to it and put it out for the whole world to see. There ain't nobody going to make it do anything. They probably won't even contact these people again until everything calms down. They just brought so much attention to it. You're right, Dub. Yeah. Debbie says too much going on out there for a dog search. Well, they should have did that right off the bat. Whenever you got somebody missing, um, you know, and there's a good chance they're elderly or have Alzheimer's or whatever, might have wandered off. What do? You bring in a dog, right? A dog and a drone. The drone follows the dog, and then boom, you usually find your either that trail is going to lead in someone's house, it's going to end on the road or wherever in the driveway. Maybe they got put in a car, or that trail is going to lead to a house or somewhere, underground pit, a bunker, a tunnel. They should have brought dogs. But then again, this might be part of Mr. Trump's movie and his wife's movie that's coming out. Yeah, Debbie, you're right about that. They should have brought the dogs in right away and a couple drones and let the drones follow the dog. And we're just not seeing proper ways of handling situations. And this is authority, the ones we pay to protect us. Let's check back in on JLR. I'll tell you what, Debbie, people are really questioning. I'm kind of worried about Miss Magnolia. She's not been seen, heard, hide hair up. Not one of them little red hairs. And her little dog, Romeo or Rhino, the crime fighting dog, he's missing too. Now, Deb, you're right. I agree. I agree, Deb. I'm having some coffee. I want to thank the Lord for a peaceful day yesterday and not I wasn't in too much pain yesterday. Thank God. Debbie says they can't do that now with the dogs. Also a lot, I want to let people know out there that a lot of police officers on the side, they have their own security businesses. So are we looking at something like this where it could be an authority member, you know, doing this? Maybe you have to take all things into consideration. Yo, how you doing, Miss ATS? A lot of police, a lot of government workers on the side have their own businesses. FBI, CIA people, they all have security businesses or something to do with something like that. Their own businesses. Very crazy. Hopefully, folks can hear me still and everything is going good. JLR is on the scene. I posted his channel in chat. I have been to a couple great channels this morning, early this morning, chatting and everything. And this whole thing ain't making sense, folks. It just ain't making sense. The whole thing, Trump talking about it, it's just a movie, folks. It's our movie. One of the greatest movies ever, probably. Debbie, did you see the weather pattern? What is up with the weather? We're supposed to have 40-degree temps coming. Now all of a sudden they're saying we're going to be getting hit again with a major storm. Well, here comes JLR waddling up the. Here he comes, Debbie. Look at him. He's going to come walking up here. They got free bagels out there for him, coffee, cream cheese, all kinds of stuff. Get some stuff, JLR. You might as well stay hydrated and eat. Good God, you're out there in the heat, JLR. Someone get him some Screen Block 25 or whatever it is.
Battery pack charger. Charging up. All right. Still here, folks.
Thank God.
Sun is starting to beam here.
Yeah, take that thing, hooded sweatshirt you got on before you overheat. Stay away from these fast women. These women are coming up to him, asking for his phone, giving him stuff. I live right over there. If
what happened to
you get hot, JLR? Come
no
on.
No updates yet. Nothing. Nothing yet. Nothing.
Welcome to Turo. What can I get you?
Yeah, hey, I've got a camping trip this weekend. Can I get a gray Bronco with all-wheel drive?
No, you can't get a gray Bronco. Pull up and ask for a Bronco. Are you crazy? ATS News says JLR is in his iconic red shorts. Yeah. Yeah. You better get dressed for it out there. I've been out west before. It can get pretty hot. Especially when they bury you up to your neck in sand. The only thing sticking out of the sand is your head. It can get pretty hot out there. I've been there. ATS News, a lot of people are questioning what is going on with JLR and the beautiful Miss Magnolia. people are really worried. I was in his chat this morning and people were, where the heck is Miss Magnolia? They were telling JLR to run, turn himself in. Like, these people are crazy. I don't know if they broke up or if she's on another thing or whatever, but she's not. She's been missing for a while. No post from her.
To another angle.
She's not been in JLR's chat. People
We'll
are
stay here for a
asking
bit
where she
until it picks
is.
up. I got another spot we'll go to shortly. Folks, so again, what do you think happened? What's going on? What do you think the next update is going to be? Share your thoughts about everything with this. I think everyone here is just on this end is just on standby, and they just waiting for the next break in the case, the next update, next something. But how long is the media going to be here? I mean, if they don't get answers, like if we don't get answers for the next couple of days, I don't know. Like how long?
No, I don't know either. It's getting kind of crazy. He better take that long sleeve sweatshirt off, or he's going to overheat out there. Well, he's out there. We got, he's rolling camera. Even though people are giving him crap in his chat, he's still out there rolling. He's probably heartbroken. I would have been. Well, he's doing this to take his mind off the woman. Right? You'll do anything to get your mind off of that woman. I agree. Keep rolling camera, JLR. You're doing great. Debbie said, I told there was words of her at the Olympics. I have no idea. Why the heck would that little lady go to the Olympics? And miss all this chaos and commotion. I'm gonna have to drink some tweed tea or something this early in the morning. I can't handle this pressure. This pressure's too much. Debbie says, especially that winter Olympics. Yeah, but don't you think JLR would solve this situation? Don't you think this situation would be solved if Mrs. Magnolia went live saying I'm fine? Don't you think JLR should be telling his people, hey, Magnolia's fine. She's at the Olympics covering something else. Or we broke up and then, or her body is over here. And, don't you think he would end all this bull crap in his chat if he would just say, Magnolia's fine? You got people over there. I was in his chat this morning. They literally were asking, where the heck is Magnolia? Telling JLR to run and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. But, if he just comes out and says, hey, we broke up, whatever, you guys quit coming in here and asking where the great, incredible, beautiful Magnolia is, or she's on a vacation without me. Everything is fine. We're in love. Quit coming in here asking where Miss Magnolia is. Well, that would solve things probably. We're just, inquiring minds want to know. We're just subs and viewers. Debbie says, Johnny, it's their beeswax. I know. But all JLR's mods have to do is say Miss Magnolia's fine. You got people worried. They might be calling the police. Miss Magnolia, JLR's girlfriend, is missing. Just so happens he did a video in the desert with a shovel. I don't know. You might want to check it out. I don't know. I'm just playing around. Now, it is their beeswax, but I'm
The
just
comment
saying.
that just popped up. Joanne, thank you. XOXO, thank you. And thank you, everyone.
No, you're welcome, JLR. I know how you've been there, heartbroken. That's why I'm on your side. These women are
Just on
man eaters.
standby here.
I got to refill my coffee.
Where everyone is on standby.
Here's something most drivers don't know. The older your car, the cheaper your insurance should be. If your vehicle was made
Well, that looked like the town water, and
Some water. Pima County water is here,
yeah, that's water.
I think. I don't know.
They might be shutting down someone's water or something.
Nah, the Pima County water
Yeah.
department just drove by. I thought he was stopping in the driveway when he was waiting for someone to.
Well, they got to go ahead and they got to
What the heck is going on
maintain
there?
the area. This is probably all havoc for them to come in. Debbie Fox's last comment was, Johnny, it's their beeswax. I know that. But if you don't care, well, that little redhead lady could be in trouble and we wouldn't know it. It's when we stop caring is when something bad happens. Debbie Fox says, I hope she isn't in that well. I don't know if they're bringing in. Maybe
We're
she
ship
is.
positions.
Right. So
Getting a little hot over here.
let's paint a scenario here. Let's paint a picture. She passes away. They dump her in the septic system, in the tunnels or whatever. Okay. They know she's gone. But they're using this opportunity, maybe about Bitcoin, something, whatever, to make it look like something else when they already know. The whole Bitcoin, the whole thing, they know they're not going to get no money. They know that this has been too high profile now, right? All out there on social media, the news, everything. Too risky. So they probably won't hear back from them. And this proves don't let these people negotiate shit for nothing because it's obvious they don't know what they're doing. Why would Trump even be talking about something like this on Air Force One? I have no idea. None at all. I agree with Miss Shannon. There's better things for him to spend his time on for American people than this case. And why would he even comment? Well, because now it's obvious Trump's got money in Bitcoin and his family. So yeah, this is just crazy. I'm sick of it.
I got an umbrella. Thank you, Miss D, for the umbrella. I do have it on me. We're going to try to stay in the shade as much as we can. Yeah.
Did it stop?
Yeah, it stopped.
Where was it?
Like right left door. It just shot up like
No
15
way.
feet. Yeah.
Really?
We don't know if it was on a timer, if something was broken, but I think that's weird. I think that's weird.
Is it on your feed?
I posted it on my X account at
Your ex. Okay.
JLR Investigates.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Boy, the women are hot and heavy out there. I better shave my head and get into my basketball shorts and get out there. Find me true love. These women are just throwing
I'm
themselves.
gonna go here, folks, because it's nice and shade in here, and I don't want to bake them out here. You see people with like umbrellas and things.
Well, JLR, if you get some sunscreen or whatever, get yourself
There we
a
go.
tan out there. You might as well make the best
I
of
gotta
it,
get it
Mr.
right.
JLR.
Gotta get it right. All right, here we go. Yeah, it feels so much better under here. I was starting to bake.
Someone needs to remind JLR he's always got a hot mic. They can hear everything. Last night, he had some woman was practically going to give him his firstborn or whatever. That was hilarious. But he's got a fan base throughout there. Oh, there's some brown sugar. How come you dance so good, girl? Now I bet your mama was a jigsaw queen. And all the boys, baby, you're sweet 16. Wow, man. Just around midnight. Good God, I hope that was a woman. I hope it was a woman. Debbie Fox's Erica Kurtz said that concert was a huge success last night. Debbie Fox said that might be a guy. It might be, I don't know. No, this is just too crazy. Debbie, it's cloudy here. Weather. What do I think? I think these people hacked our computers, stole my movie, and we're watching it now. Trump's laughing, going, ha, ha, ha. It's my movie, Johnny. You son of a bitch. Give me my movie back, Trump. Either that or they're trying to frame somebody. Well, this teaches the government to keep their noses out of our business. Well, Debbie, that dude looked like a lady. Dude look like a lady.
I did like the line chorus that you saw. I thought that was really good. I've been here.
All right, we're going to calm down here for a minute. I'm putting it on mute because the only thing that's, we're hearing gossip and whatever. Yesterday on JLR's channel, he had a hot mic. We heard what happened at Delphi, right? The guy was saying he knew what happened, and JLR was, oh yeah, well, what happened? What went down? And the guy explained everything. We heard everything on a hot mic. So Delphi people now are all going crazy in Delphi. What the heck? Yeah, Debbie, he had a hot mic, and one of the El Loco Lucos walked up. He's got his own crime channel. And JLR was uh, interviewing the guy. And the guy's like, yo, I'm out here, yo, to all the posse and all that, and all the boys. And he's got his own crime channel, criminal crime or whatever, or something like that. He was covered in tattoos. He was, one of the El Roca and Lucos, or whoever they are out there. And he said he knows exactly what happened in Delphi. And JLR said, oh, yeah, what? But they were off camera. But JLR's camera was still on. We picked up the whole thing. Everybody in Delphi is going crazy. I don't know, Debbie. It's pretty crazy. As you can see, we got cloudy skies coming in. It was sunny this morning when I woke up, but we are now starting to get some clouds. We do have some warmer temperatures. Let's check our temp. We are up to 25 degrees right now outside. I know we're supposed to have a day or two of really warm weather. Hopefully, we do get that and it melts some of the snow. And we get ready because now they're saying that the weather's changing again. And Debbie Fox says 20 million people listening to JLR. Nobody is talking. No, they are in the Delphi case. Yeah, there was people in his chat going, "What the heck?" I was telling them, you got a hot mic. You got a hot mic. Someone get a hold of someone in JLR's troops and let him know he's got a hot mic. And the guy went on explaining what exactly happened with Delphi or something like that. I heard it. I was listening. I'm going, what the heck's going on? This guy said he's from the Delphi community and he was out there, Arizona. I don't know. He said something about somebody was out there and it was a I don't even want to say because I don't know if that was true. He said he knew somebody personally that was out there when it happened and knows exactly what went down. And he went into the whole thing. It was crazy. You can see it. It's on JLR's channel from yesterday. Debbie, I don't even want to say what he said because I have no idea if that's true. We know there was many people doing bad things in Delphi. Ooh, look at squirrel, Debbie. Little squirrel running around, little booger. He's coming over here by me. I gotta get some peanuts for these little guys. No, I haven't been feeding them in a long time. Checking in on JL. Me.
That we're talking about? What was something that we were talking about?
People are talking, Debbie, in Debbie chats.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Take care. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Came
at
out.
this.
Another resident came out to say hello. And just, again, people feel like it's
Check
targeted.
up,
People
check
feel
up
like the
them
situation
pants.
is targeted.
They're going crazy on camera. Them are like them psychedelic pants. That was cool. And she was walking away. Them pants were doing stuff. They say stripes and stuff like that, black and white, do crazy stuff on camera. That's a guy. That wasn't a guy. She had a badunky
Oh
dunk.
man, I'm pixelated.
Yeah, you're
Am I
pixelated. picture.
pixelated?
Yeah, your Starlink ain't coming in.
Kinda.
I think
All right, let
Elon
me
might have cut your
move,
feed.
maneuver around a little bit.
Debbie, look at there. She is standing way back there.
Maybe it's the vehicle.
That's a woman. She had a badunky dunk on her. You could tell when she walked away. I mean, we've seen it. Bob Sager sang about it. Right? We love to watch her strut. It's Ozzy. It could be Ozzy. Debbie, you're right. It could be Ozzy Osbourne.
Better now?
It could be.
Sorry, folks. Trying my best.
Oh, you're doing fine, JLR. You're all the way
thing
out
about it
there
is,
in the dang
A lot of
desert
these
and the
people here are doing their
mountains.
reports and then they get out and they go back in their car because it's just once that heat comes.
Well,
Still fuzzy.
the heat is what's heating up their cameras, and once the cameras heat up, it's over with. Your
All right, let me
photo,
make
your
another move.
video.
It's okay.
is
I'll make
shot.
another move. Hold on.
You gotta keep that camera underneath the shade, and get yourself a towel and wrap it in ice, and put it on the back of that phone and let it cool down. There comes another lady. They love to watch us strut. Boy, the women are all over it. Debbie said that's a dude. I don't know. That maybe they are shaped like. I don't know what's going out in Arizona, Debbie. I know. Well, you're right. I don't know. I don't know, Debbie, what's going on. They have no shape out there. There's only one day. They could be all aliens. Debbie says that's a dude. I don't know these people. I don't know. Aerosmith sang it best. Dude look like a lady. Walking to the Bobby show. Her feet smell like rotten toes. I said it would be best if you put your shoes on, yeah. You
Might
look
stand in the
like a
way.
Venus and the hoops you got on, yeah, wow. Dude looks like a lady.
Yeah, I got clear.
Yeah, sure.
What's going on here? There's another one walking. I think that was a woman, Debbie. Finally, a woman. I have no idea what's going on. They might have all been body snatched aliens. They're all skinny out there. Either it's the meth or the sun is so hot they're sweating all the time.
Yes, what's it?
Be
I
right
think
back.
they're trespassing on me, Debbie. Debbie Fox says JLR is the best looking guy out there. He's the best looking person out there. Look at him strut down the road. Get out of my way. I'm JLR Investigates. Do you know who I am? Look, watch him kick over ABC's camera. Fox News camera. My God, you just knocked over my camera. Get out of my way. JLR Investigates from Florida.
Great, thank you.
And you were young, in your heart was an open book. Used to say you live and let live. Somebody get these women some food their skinny. And in the desert, I wish there was a real woman. Maybe I could go out there. Down. They're all skinny, yeah. Living and dying. That's crazy, Debbie, out there. Give me some women with the donkey donks.
Yeah.
Or the danky danks, whatever they call them. I don't know. Where'd
Yeah.
JLR rumble off to? JLR's walking up and down the street just kicking cameras over. The hell out of here, JLR, you idiots. She's playing key toss. I don't know. Cute. Look at that one there. Look at the one in the dress out there. She looks like a Branch Davidian. You all are sinners. Heed the word of God. Leave this place. My God. Debbie says, dang, I would not fit in
From
with
big
that booty.
to small, from sporty to sappy.
I have no idea if any women would fit out there unless they were in the Branch Davidian, which a lot of people don't realize. Arizona is full, and I mean full, of Mormons who have like 80 to 100, maybe 300 wives, close to 1,000 kids. Now, could it have been some kind of a church Davidian grab for the money? It could be. Just because Charlie Manson left, don't mean that his followers haven't. They're all over the dang place. They're out there singing Kumbaya in the desert late at night around fires. Here comes JLR. Dun, 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 dun. Well, you can tell by the way I walk, girl, I'm a woman's man. Ain't got time to talk. You can hack, but you can't talk. The jail investigation is what I'm a. I got a lonely, got my basketball shorts on. You can't touch me. Oh, yeah. He's just strutting it.
Guy's name was AJ. DLR. Nice to meet you.
He
sir.
is the man on the scene. God bless his little heart. I'll tell you that much. He is out there and he is getting the scoop. He's probably the only real man out there. Debbie, don't
Hello.
cry.
Everyone,
JLR will be
investigates.
fine.
So a lot of people
Jay's in his
watching the
red
chat.
shorts. He's
So
rocking
this is,
the red.
I think what you see happening here is a media staging ground, and the media is just waiting for the next thing to break on this case, the next
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for. The next big thing. Debbie Fox's Dolly is on his way out there. You know, why does Dolly have to get in on trying to steal JLR's thunder? Huh? Always, always Dolly, Dolly. People were talking about Dolly in other chats last night. I was kind of shocked what was going on. You know, stay where you're at, Dolly. This is JLR's territory. We'll kick your camera down. Literally, as you're standing there, we'll take your legs out. This is JLR's thing. You ain't coming on his territory. You see what he just did to NBC's camera down there? Knocked it completely over. I can hear him playing Saturday Night Fever on his phone as he was walking up the street. I suggest you stay at home, Dolly.
I need to go get another power cord. I'll be right back, folks.
You get what you need, JLR.
Hello.
If you got to, you tap on that cop's window there and tell him you got to plug right into that USB adapter he's got right in front of the car there where they can charge their phones. Get him a semi out there with some generators. And if you see that little redhead munchkin running around there, or whoever it is, Dolly, report him as some kind of a stalker. Getting on JLR's territory, Dolly. I got a little song for you. Well, hello, Dolly. It's been nice, Dolly. But you better take your ass back home, Dolly. Debbie says, I'm serious, Johnny. So am I. I'm going to have a cigarette here and have some coffee and try and divert Dolly's plane to Ikebalakuda. So this will buy us some time. Someone get a hold of the airport, divert that plane. Put them somewhere in Little Ukanukaluka. JLR has already created a fan base around there. There are other reporters that are coming to JLR and talking. Do you folks understand the little Chihuahuans? That guy that was out there searching or whatever, that was got his own crime sector, was from the little Chihuahuan Locans. Out there is back in JLR. There's other. We seen an African American on JLR's channel yesterday. He was out there. Yo, what's up? What it is? What it will be? What it could be? Salam salik. And that was crazy. He's got a big fan base out there. I would tell Dolly just to pack his shit up and go back home. Because we're giving no quarter around here. No quarter. We will literally kick your tripod right out from underneath you.
All right, so
This is JLR's thing. You ain't muscling in on him.
Okay, so you don't want me at all.
All right, here comes JLR. Yes, Miss ATS News. In the red shorts. I can see. Here he comes. Look at him, man. Now, I'm studying his gait. JLR's got pigeon toe. So if we come across any footprints in any kind of crime, He's pigeon-toed as pigeons can get. So that's one thing where
Cords.
his gait. Excuse me. I'm killing myself here. There we go. Look at that. People like to watch her. Everyone's talking, but she can never come clean. But once she starts a walking, all the boys are talking. She got her strutting, that's what I mean. Wow.
Cords. All right.
She's even blocking vehicles.
What is the latest?
You are doing great, JLR. That is the new way. You keep doing what you're doing. I hope you brought a t-shirt because it ain't got hot yet. It ain't hot yet, my friend. You're gonna have to change out of that sweatshirt. You're gonna overheat yourself. I know what they're saying, JLR. It's a dry heat. I've been out there. Dry heat my ass. It's hot. Oh, Debbie's right. Look at the traffic. How are we supposed to do anything at a crime scene when we got all these people around? Can somebody get these people out of here? I'm wondering if we'll see Mary Poppins there today, Debbie, walking around with his umbrella. Where was all this traffic when she went missing? Well, she probably wouldn't have been missing if there was all this traffic in front of her house. It would be too risky to try and get her out of there. So it's very interesting, very interesting. Now, we also might find out that this little lady had a will, and maybe somebody was left money in that will, and people were mad all the way up to the White House. Were pissed off. How could how could this person leave all this money to this man? And they're all pissed, right? Or this woman or whoever it was, not me. I'm broke. Miss Crime Lines and Lies this morning was saying she used me as one of her students. And she said, if Johnny Kramer was kidnapped, let's say, then everybody would know his name if he was kidnapped. Yeah, and I was telling people in there, I'm poor. You don't want to kidnap me. There's no money.
Maybe Cash Patel comes here today. Possibly, I don't know.
So now I got to shoot first and ask questions later because it's too risky. It's too risky. Yeah, there should be dogs out there, Debbie. They should have had dogs out there the first thing. She might have wandered out into the wilderness there. Bring in a dog.
Today's the deadline to
We'll
pay
track
the
her.
$6 million ransom. Family's plea.
If I had $6 million,
Guthries' possible abductors are demanding $6 million by 5 p.m. today.
if I had $6 million just to throw away, I'd pay the
The
ransom.
search for Nacy Guthrie enters its 9th day.
I'd pay it just to get all these people out of my neighborhood. What's the ransom?
The
I'll
Pima
pay
County
it.
Sheriff's Office put out yesterday that is continuing to investigate this case at multiple locations. Here was one. Where else? Where are the other locations?
Folks, I'm going to post JLR's channel again. Make sure you get over there, folks. I mean, he had 35,000. He had 35,000 people watching yesterday. Over 35,000 people watching yesterday. Folks, make sure you get over there and check his channel. right, we have a hot mic and we can hear someone talking about the deputy. All right, this guy's doing a news broadcast. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful out west. California area, Arizona, Vegas. It is beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. If you like scorpions, tarantulas, and all kinds of crazy crawlers. I knew someone that bought a house out west, and the house went unattended for a while. Well, they didn't buy it, they were renting it. They were going to rent it out. And they told me the first night they went into the garage and they turned the light on, and the whole garage floor was covered in scorpions. And before, I guess they didn't treat the house or whatever for insects and stuff before they rented it out. They waited for someone to come in and them have to pay to do it, and they had to pay for exterminators to come out. They had scorpions everywhere.
$6 million ransom.
Beautiful area, but like I said, rattlesnakes everywhere, tarantulas, lizards, scorpions. Beautiful area, but you have to maintain it
Water truck coming. Some
to
truck is
keep all
coming.
them little critters out. I don't think that's Dolly.
What's going on here?
Well,
Telling the reporters, got to bounce.
it's a water
Got to
truck.
bounce. Got a water truck coming.
Make 2026 the year of family freedom. Let's roll. At Zoomers RV, every RV is.
That's probably, as we speak, pest control. There's a very good chance that's pest control going to somebody's house or a water tank or whatever. That also could be a septic truck to clean septic tanks.
Tight fit.
Yeah, that might be pest control or septic. That actually looked like
Okay.
an asphalt company or something.
Now they're going to go back and doing their news report.
Hot tar truck or something. Oh, there's that lady again with the badonkey bonk in the black shirt, standing right in front of the camera because she wants to get that badonkey donk out for the world to see. There you go, girl. Debbie says that guy can't even get down the road. He probably can't. What if they were scheduled to asphalt that roads? No, yeah, I'm here to do a job. We can't do none of all these people out there. You gotta get rid of all these people. I'm gonna asphalt this road.
Sorry, Andy. Oh my God.
You can put stuff back in my truck if you want.
I just need to put this down for a second.
Waiting for anything. What's the next development, folks? Waiting for
Well,
the
we'll
next
just have to
development.
wait and see on that. We don't know. We're waiting for someone else to come in with a fake letter and send it to them, right? And we haven't heard nothing. So that might be a sign of these people
The
boogie.
purported ransom note deadline is approaching.
The whole
5
ransom
p.m.
thing was just a
Mountain time.
diversion. Debbie, can you hear me? And can you hear the video?
Top of the one, which is 20 minutes.
Thank you, Debbie. Oh, here comes that one tall lady strutting up the street again. A lot going on. You got some long legs there, lady. Yeah, this is crazy. Well, all you could do is sit back and wait. All right, we are at an hour.
There's the vehicle revving up. AC. Anyone think the ransom is bogus?
The ransom might be bogus. All right, we're at an hour. I think I'm going to end this video. We will be back if there's any other things going on. Debbie says, I do. You do what? Loud and clear. You hear me loud and clear? Okay, 10-4. Thanks for the radio check. We got clouds coming in. I'm going to check the weather. I think we got right now, we're at 25. Ooh, actually, it went up. We're at 26 degrees now. I don't know if we have any snow on the way. I think we do. But I thought we were supposed to get like a couple days of really warm temps in the 40s, close to 40. Yeah, it was fun. It was great. But I will be back once we find out some more info, Miss Debbie Fox. Thanks, Miss ATS News, for stopping in. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl last night. I had to ask Debbie Fox who won the Super Bowl. I watched a little bit of the halftime, and then I was like, I started watching more YouTube. All right, we will be back here shortly. You folks have a great day. God bless. We hope a safe return of Miss Nacy Guthrie so we can get this over with.